Let's jump right in. Welcome to this explainer covering the complete 2026 AI toolkit that is literally, as we speak, reshaping architecture, engineering, and construction workflows. Look, if you're an industry pro, you already know the ground is shifting rapidly beneath our feet. So today, we're going to make sense of the whole shebang with a comprehensive visual guide. But first, I have to ask you a pretty provocative question right out of the gate. Is your firm actually using the full power of AI? We've officially transitioned away from seeing AI as just some noisy consumer toy or a basic image generator. It is now a professional-grade necessity. Today's tools are giving us scalable delivery, real production maturity, and honestly, massive efficiency gains. But here's the catch. You have to have a strategy to integrate them. So to make sense of this massive software landscape, we'll follow the actual chronological timeline of a building project. We're looking at 2D layouts and space planning, then 3D visualization and BIM, followed by AI and structural engineering, and finally, integration, challenges, and the future. All right, starting off with part 1, 2D layouts and space planning. This is really the foundation of generative design. The crucial thing to understand here is that generative layouts are absolute quantitative powerhouses. They are incredibly good at tasks that are measurable, repetitive, and rule-based. By just setting parameters like land sizing, building dimensions, or room adjacencies, we are actually seeing designers cut their space planning time by up to 60%. But, and this is a big but, it's not about blindly accepting whatever the AI spits out. It's about rapidly accelerating your exploration phase. Just look at what automated multi-story space planning looks like in action. Instead of spending an entire day, manually drawing maybe 3 layout options, designers are now generating 50+ perfectly viable, optimized options in just minutes. You can instantly test out different headcount scenarios, maximize seats per square foot, minimize walking distances, and instantly see the impact on the floor plan. It's a total game changer. When we break down the 2D toolkit, I want you to remember this powerful rule of 3. You've got Mock-It for constraints, Test Fit for site feasibility, and Archistar for compliance. Mock-It is perfect for swiftly testing thousands of early-stage residential concepts. Then there's Test Fit. This one is an absolute powerhouse for multifamily projects. It instantly generates parking layouts and gives you immediate data on key counts and yield. And Archistar? It actually runs real-time zoning and compliance checks while it generates building forms. That massively de-risks the whole due diligence process. Okay, let's move right along to Section 2, 3D visualization and BIM. We're getting into the core of the project here. Now, we have to talk about the massive leap between just coming up with concepts versus actual professional BIM automation. On the one hand, conceptual tools like Midjourney or DALL-E 3 are fantastic for exploring visual aesthetics and generating these hyper-real, beautiful pictures for inspiration. But then we have text-to-BIM platforms like Hypar and Swap. These generate complex, rule-based building systems. Swap, for instance, actually analyzes your firm's previous projects to automate construction documentation. So one creates beautiful inspiration, right? But the other creates actual buildable data. And if you want to bridge the gap between design and environmental impact, we're seeing platforms like Digital Blue Foam step up. Without needing incredibly complex software, you can instantly run spatial analytics, evaluate daylight autonomy, and optimize scenarios in real time. It's incredibly smart. You can literally validate net zero CO2 designs right there on the spot. And when it's time for that final visual polish, the speed we're seeing now is just unprecedented. Tools like Veris turn basic geometric BIM models into highly detailed images using machine learning in seconds. Then you have Crea, which enhances and upscales images in real time. And the Chaos AI Enhancer, it operates right inside Enscape to upscale vegetation and people assets with lifelike detail. You're getting maximum realism without destroying your computer's performance. Moving on to Section 3, let's dive into something highly technical, AI and structural engineering, taking us way beyond static models. This brings us to a really fascinating development from recent engineering research. It's called the DLC AI framework. It integrates machine learning, deep learning, and reinforcement learning specifically to tackle structural integrity. What it does is model and predict dynamic stress and strain in high-rise structures under intense conditions like earthquakes or high winds. It uses real-time data and simulation to predict exactly how a structure is going to react. So how does this actually stack up against the methods we've been using for years? Well, traditional methods like finite element modeling are definitely effective, and nonlinear time history analysis is highly accurate, but it's slow and it's costly. But the DLC AI framework, it's a massive breakthrough. As you can see, it provides superior structural resilience and way faster real-time decision-making capabilities when you're dealing with complex, varying loads. The data here is pretty definitive. Across the board, both in structural resilience and response times, the DLC AI framework consistently outperforms those traditional structural assessment models. Integrating AI at this level doesn't just predict structural weaknesses, it dramatically reduces reaction time during emergencies. And as we know, that is absolutely vital for urban disaster preparation. Okay, let's head into our final section: integration, challenges, and the future. Basically, how do we actually implement this toolkit? To implement these tools without blowing up your firm's workflows, you have to adopt this mantra: AI is a starting point, not a final output. The workflow goes like this. First, you input your data and define the constraints. Second, you let the algorithms generate options and studies. But then, and this is the critical step, you curate and refine. You have to apply human design judgment to pick the strongest concepts. Only then do you export those masses into your standard BIM software to finalize the documentation. Your human intuition has to remain at the center of the process. Now, we can't ignore the roadblocks we're facing right now. The biggest hurdles aren't even really the software itself. They're foundational. First, data limitations. AI needs massive amounts of data to learn, and our industry frankly lacks comprehensive, well-labeled data sets. Then there's BIM complexity. Current AI struggles to navigate our highly detailed digital models. There are also interoperability issues. We need standardized ontologies. But honestly, the most urgent roadblock is the critical need for upskilling. There is a huge gap in training AEC professionals to actually collaborate with these advanced AI workflows. Which perfectly leads us to this vital insight from the research. Architecture isn't just about making cool digital pictures, it's about the high materiality of the real world. Moving from ephemeral digital files to permanent physical structures means dealing with strict safety regulations and complex material constraints. So look, if you're worried about being completely replaced by an algorithm, don't be. Full automation is incredibly difficult. Human oversight is always going to be absolutely essential to navigate the messy realities of the physical world. Well, we've covered a lot of ground today, from generative space planning and automated BIM documentation all the way to dynamic load AI analysis for skyscrapers. This technology is not a someday concept anymore. The AI revolution is already here. So the only question left for you is, which AI tool will you implement first to transform your workflow? Think about it. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll see you next time.